from the heart of Delta State. You are tuned in to Srtv Asaba.
Good morning and welcome to Srtv Morning News, reaching you live from our studios in Asaba, Delta State. It's Wednesday the 26th and I'm Obama Gabriel Joy. Thank you so much for joining us this morning as we bring you the stories making headlines across the country. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu orders reconstruction of Benin Agbo Asaba Road and other major highways. Kwara Transport Union clash leaves 5 hospitalized. Police burst alleged baby factory in Ogun State and they rescue pregnant women and 4 children. Police rescue 3 kidnapped victims, recover firearms and stolen car in Enugu. Geophysicists warn Nigeria could face future mineral imports without strategic conservation. FCT police detain officers accused of 40,000 naira extortion. Bruno Fernandes wins 2026 PFA Player of the Year. Country music icon Dolly Parton dies at 80. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. We start with infrastructure and national news. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered the redesign and total reconstruction of the Benin Agbo Asaba Road and other major federal highways across Edo State and adjoining corridors. The directive followed an inspection of the troubled highway by the Minister of Works, David Umahi, who apologized to commuters and expressed disappointment with the concessionaire handling the project. Umahi said the road requires total reconstruction rather than further palliative works. Moving on to technology, the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, has challenged young Nigerian innovators to develop homegrown technology solutions to problems affecting their communities. The agency's executive vice chairman, Kali Halilu, gave the charge as 60 young innovators begin live pitch sessions during Future Makers Week. The participants emerged from a 4-day regional hackathon and are presenting solutions covering areas including education, emergency response, and access to nutritious food. In politics, the lawmaker representing Ogun East Senatorial District, Ladi Adebutu, has promised to support greater autonomy for traditional institutions and local governments in Ogun State. Adebutu made the commitment while addressing traditional rulers and other stakeholders, stressing the need to strengthen grassroots governance and give local communities greater control over their development. He said, empowering local governments and traditional institutions would improve accountability, promote development, and ensure that the concerns of people at the grassroots receive greater attention. In another development, the new Nigerian Democratic Congress candidate has warned that Lagos State could face a worsening flooding if urgent steps are not taken to clear blocked drainage channels across the state. The candidate raised concerns over the impact of blocked and poorly maintained drains, particularly as the rainy season continues, saying The situation could endanger lives, destroy property, and disrupt economic activities in affected communities. He called on the Lagos state government and relevant authorities to intensify drainage clearing and flood prevention measures, while urging residents to stop dumping refuse in drainage channels and support efforts to keep waterways free-flowing. Still on politics, the People's Democratic Party candidate has accepted the challenge issued by the Cross River State Governor, urging him to defend his administration's record before people of his state. The development comes amid growing political activities and preparations ahead of the next election cycle, with both sides expected to intensify their campaigns and public engagement. Now moving on to the economy. Exploration geophysicists have warned that Nigeria could one day be forced to import minerals if the minerals it currently extracts and exports if strategic deposits are not deliberately conserved. The warning was issued at the 4th Annual International Conference and Training Workshop of the Nigerian Association of Exploration Geophysicists in Abuja. The association said minerals are finite resources and urged the federal government to identify deposits that should be mined, processed for domestic industries, or preserved as strategic reserves. Turning to security, pandemonium broke out in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, as members of rival transport unions clashed, leaving at least 5 people injured and hospitalized. The violence disrupted activities around the Idiaraba and Ita Kudimo areas of the metropolis. The clash was reportedly linked to an alleged attack on the office of the National Association of Road Transport Owners, NARTO, in the area. Security operatives were deployed to restore calm and prevent further escalation, while investigations are expected to determine the circumstances surrounding the clash and identify those responsible. In another security development, the Enugu State Police Command says its operatives have rescued 3 kidnapped victims and recovered their Lexus RX 350, firearms, ammunition, and other exhibits. The command said the operation followed credible intelligence received in the early hours of August 18 about the carjacking and abduction of the occupants of the vehicle in Independence Layout. Operatives attached to the anti-cultism subunit of the Violent Crime Response Unit immediately launched a hot pursuit, forcing the suspect to abandon their vehicle and flee at Hillview Road. 3 victims were rescued unharmed with support from members of the Neighborhood Watch and other residents. Police recovered 2 locally made firearms, ammunition, a mobile phone, hand gloves, and a ski mask, while a manhunt has been launched for the fleeing suspects. Meanwhile, the Federal Capital Territory Police Command says officers accused of allegedly extorting 40,000 naira from a resident along the Wuye Utaku Road in Abuja have been identified and detained. The police public relations officer Josephine Ade said the officers were identified after a video of the alleged incident circulated on social media. The complainant claimed that an officer collected the money from him on August 20, despite confirming that his documents were in order. The commanders invited the complainant to make an official statement to aid investigation and disciplinary actions. The Commissioner of Police, Ahmed Sanusi, said any officer found culpable would face appropriate disciplinary and legal action. In another development, operatives of the Ogun State Police Command have dismantled an alleged baby factory in the Mowe area of the state, rescuing 2 pregnant women and 4 children. The operation was carried out at Toluwase Street, Abaran Village, following intelligence on alleged human trafficking and illegal adoption activities. The police arrested 6 suspects, including an attending nurse, while the rescued pregnant women were identified as 23-year-old Ilesami Foluke and 20-year-old Ejekwa Melody. Meanwhile, further investigations have launched inquiries after another woman, Blessing Bright Effiong, was found receiving treatment at a hospital in the Mowe area after giving birth. Police said the whereabouts of the newborn baby remained unknown, prompting the arrest of the attendant nurse as efforts continue to locate the child. Still on security, the Oyo State Police Command have explained why officers from the Kwara State Police Command attempted to arrest Abdulaziz Adegbola, popularly known as Tani Olohun, in Ibadan on Tuesday. The command said the officers were acting on a warrant issued by the Upper Ilorin Magistrates Court over allegations bordering on conduct likely to cause a breach of public peace. According to the police, the warrant followed Tani Olohun's alleged failure to comply with the conditions of bail earlier granted him. The attempted arrest was halted after Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, intervened. The Oyo State Commissioner of Police subsequently directed the officers to return to their base and advised the complainant to approach the appropriate court in Ibadan, in line with due process and territorial jurisdiction. Moving on to the international scene, global stock rose on Tuesday, while oil prices slipped as investors assessed the United States' plan to intensify economic pressure on Iran. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said Washington was pursuing what he described as the economic asphyxiation of Iran, including digital assets, technology, gold, aviation, and shipping. The development comes as talks to reopen the Strait of Hormuz remained stalled. Meanwhile, investors are looking ahead to earnings from chip maker NVIDIA amid growing concerns over whether companies can deliver returns to match the huge investments being made in artificial intelligence. Turning to religion and culture, the People's Democratic Party has called on Nigerians to embrace peace, justice, unity, and mutual respect as Muslims commemorate the birth of Prophet Muhammad. The party urged Nigerians to reflect on the values of compassion, tolerance, and peaceful coexistence, stressing that these principles remain important in addressing the challenges facing the country. The PDP also called on political leaders and citizens to put the national interests above personal differences and work together towards building a more peaceful and united Nigeria. And now we move on to entertainment. Country music icon Dolly Parton has died at the age of 80, according to multiple reports. A death was announced by her nephew, Brian Seaver, on Tuesday. Parton, who rose from humble beginnings in Tennessee, enjoyed a career spanning more than 6 decades and became one of country music's most celebrated singer-songwriters. She sold more than 100 million records worldwide and was known for hits including Jolene, 9 to 5, and I Will Always Love You. She also won 11 Grammy Awards and built a successful acting career. Meanwhile, the United States President Donald Trump has mourned the singer, describing her death as a true loss for millions of people. In Ahana, Trump ordered American flags across the country to be lowered for 1 week beginning Tuesday evening. Parton was also widely recognized. In another entertainment development, Fuji music icon Wasiu Alabi, popularly known as Pasuma, has expressed deep grief over the death of veteran Nollywood actor Taiwo Hassan, popularly known as Ogogo. In a tribute shared on Instagram, Pasuma described Ogogo's death as a nightmare and said his passing was a major loss to Yoruba cinema. He prayed for the late actor's soul and offered condolences to his family, saying his contributions to the industry will not be forgotten. Ogogo, who died at the age of 66 after reportedly battling stage 4 cancer, was buried according to Islamic rites following an outpouring of tributes from the Nigerian entertainment industry. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, and other dignitaries. Still on entertainment, the management and legal team of Nigerian dancer and socialite Iwe Odinaka, popularly known as Pokoli, have clarified reports surrounding his ongoing legal case in the United Kingdom. In a statement, the management said claims linking Pokoli to alleged drink spiking do not form part of the allegations or charges before the court. The team urged the public and media to exercise restraint and avoid spreading unverified narratives, stressing that allegations are not evidence of guilt. And finally, we move to sports. Arsenal and Manchester City players, they have dominated the 2025-2026 Professional Footballers Association Awards, with the two clubs accounting for 9 of the 11 places in the Premier League Team of the Year. Arsenal had David Raya, William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Julian Timber, and Declan Rice named in the team, while Manchester City were represented by Nico O'Reilly, Ryan Cherky, Erling Haaland, and Antoine Semenyo. Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandes and Brentford striker Igor Thiago completed the lineup. Fernandes was also named the PFA Player of the Year after a standout campaign that saw him provide 21 Premier League assists and help Manchester United finish third and return to the Champions League. Meanwhile, City's O'Reilly won the PFA Young Player of the Year after an impressive breakthrough season in which he featured in 53 matches and contributed to 15 goals. Before we go, here is the weather outlook for Wednesday, August 26, according to the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET. In the northern states, isolated thunderstorms with light rainfall are expected in parts of Kebbi, Kaduna, Adamawa, and Taraba in the morning, while moderate thunderstorms are forecast across most northern areas later in the day. Across the central states, cloudy conditions and rainfall are expected in parts of the Federal Capital Territory, Niger, Kwara, and Nasarawa states in the morning. Isolated thunderstorms with moderate rainfall are expected across most central areas in the afternoon and evening. For the southern states, cloudy skies with chances of light morning rainfall are expected in parts of Abia, Ebonyi, Imo, Enugu, Rivers, Cross River, and Akwa Ibom states. Light rainfall is expected over most southern areas later in the day. NIMET advises residents in flood-prone areas and low-lying areas to remain alert and avoid flooded roads and waterways. Strong winds may also precede thunderstorms, while residents are advised to disconnect electrical appliances during thunderstorms where necessary to prevent electrical hazards. And that wraps it up on today's SRTV morning news. Thank you for starting your day with us and for staying informed. Remember to stay safe, stay connected, and make today a good one. Coming up at 10 a.m. is State of the Nation with Daddy Chris. Stay tuned. I'm Obawa Gabriel Joy. Have a lovely Wednesday. Good morning.